Today we're talking about Excel and spreadsheets, and we're going to start. You can see I've opened up Microsoft Excel. I've only got a portion of the screen here to save on my video file size, but we're going to create a simple budget. And what we're going to do is make a couple of fields here. Now all I'm going to do is use the arrow keys to move around, or use the mouse to click on the one that I want and type into the fields. So I filled in some of these fields, and our goal here is to hit a savings of, let's say, $20,000. One of the things you can do in Excel is if you want to make something currency style, you can just select the cell that you want and click this button right here that's a $sign, and it turns into currency style. You can also click and drag, and now I have all of these. Well, actually, we'll go down here, and I'll have all of those, and I'll click them on currency, and even though these have letters in it, it doesn't affect them, but everything is set to currency style. So now when I put numbers in, everything will be currency style. This one we actually don't want currency style, so I'm going to Control Z, which goes one step back. You can also go to Edit and Undo. So you can undo everything. Now it's gone 2 steps back. So we're actually going to Control click all the ones that we want to be currency style. That one and that one. And click this little button here. And it's now currency style. All those ones that we selected. And this number of months here won't be. However, we're going to have to work with that one in a minute. We're going to have to change that. So we have this person has a full-time job that brings in, let's say, $2,000 a month, and a part-time job that brings in $800 a month. And the rent is going to be $600 a month. He's got a $300 a month car payment, and bills that he can't avoid in the amount of $1,000 a month, with gasoline being so high and all. So what we're going to do is we're going to start calculating totals. This other is going to be extra expenses, and this total down here, we're going to have to enter a formula. Now you can either click up here in the formula bar and type in your formula, or if it's a short, small formula, you can just type in here. You begin with the equals key, and what you're doing is telling this cell that it is equal to something. Now you have to tell it what it's equal to. The total is going to be equal to, you can either type in the name of the cell, you can type in B5, or you can click it, and it's going to be equal to B5 plus B6. Now we're going to have to do some subtraction over here, so just to make sure that we don't get anything wrong in our order of operations, we're going to go back. Remember, order of operations, PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. We're going to make sure we put that in parentheses so that that becomes a total, and then, or a subtotal, and then we're going to subtract our expenses, which we're also going to put in parentheses. So we open up the parentheses and click there, plus that, and then we close our parentheses. And what we have now when we hit the enter key or click outside of the cell is that we have a total of $900 a month left over. Now if we adjust these, let's say our full-time income has gone up to $3,000 a month, then it automatically increases the total down here because this cell is equal to those values. And you can, of course, adjust them here. It's equal to those values. Now, we're going to set here that our other expenses, we're going to add those in there. So that would be a subtraction. So we're going to subtract it from the things that are detracting, all the debts that happen to be in the D column, which is rent, car, bills, and other expenses, which we're going to be able to adjust later. So let's just click right there in Other and make sure that we put our plus sign in here in the formula bar. And then when we click Enter, we still have 1900 because we don't have anything in this Other. Now let's say we have other expenses that pop up, or something we have to take care of $300 a month. See, it adjusts automatically. So now we've edited that formula from what it used to be. We've edited that formula to include that. Okay, so our available amount at the end of the month is going to be equal to this total. So we click right here, put an enter key or equals sign in there, put our total, and click enter. Now that's what's available at the end of the month. And the number of months that it will take us to hit that goal of $20,000 is your goal amount. So let's go down here. Let's start a formula by clicking enter. And your goal amount is going to go right there. And then we're going to do a slash for divided by your payments, which is going to be that much. Now if we hit enter here, it says 12.5. Now let's mess up these values a little bit. Let's say we've got $2,875.16 and our part time is 9:15:41, and we're gonna have a 595.95, 297.16, and bills of 1,052. Okay, so now you can see that we've messed it up and it's got quite a bit of decimals back here. One of the things you can do is just go to these increase and decrease decimal little shortcut buttons here in your toolbar and just decrease that decimal. Oh, that's increase. Decrease that decimal until you get down to how many you want. So let's say we only want 2 decimals in there, or just 1. Or you can increase and go back to 2. So it's going to take you 12.94 months. Let's go ahead and decrease that decimal down to 1. So it's going to take you almost 13 months to save up $20,000 at $15.45.46 a month. But you can see that everything readjusts automatically if you just use some simple formulas by typing in enter. You can handle budgets, other expenses, anything with Excel. Those are some very basic techniques you can use. And you can touch it up a little bit by, let's make those bold and fill the background color with a yellow. And this budget here, we're going to make these all green because they're income. And we're going to fill that with bright green. And we're going to fill this with bright red because they're debts. And this down here is a debt as well, so we're going to fill that with red. So you can kind of make this chart look a little better, this spreadsheet look a little better just by using some basic formatting. And this is essentially the same as Microsoft Word and all those other programs. It's just the B, I, and U buttons. Nothing too complicated here. So now you can make it look just a little bit better. And you can, of course, change your fonts and your other things just by clicking and dragging. And we're going to change the font to Arial Black. Whoop. If it doesn't fit, it might come up with these pound signs, these number signs. So if it doesn't work for you, you can just change the font to something else. Let's change to that. Okay. Now we've got a pretty nice looking chart there. All right, that is it for setting up a simple budget and using basic formulas.